Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we will be talking about set number 71808, Kai's Elemental Fire Mech, which it has 322 pieces and retails for $29.99 in the US. Now, my overall opinion on this guy first, honestly, this has got to be the best set from the January wave for Ninjago. And the build overall, the Kai mech, the main build, is great. And I love the new red armor pieces, like these new, I have no idea what they're called, but I love these new armor pieces. You know, they got like the Technic axle hole in there. They use them on the knees, really nice. They use them on Cole's knees as well, but they connect it in a different way, because Cole's knees don't use the core leg joints there. The cockpit on this guy is really good, although all the mechs from the January wave plus the Lloyd one from the March wave, they all look about the same, which, I mean, I know what it's for like compatibility reasons. You know, you're supposed to be able to take these apart, like the legs, the limbs, take the waist off. You're supposed to be able to mix and match them. Also, the feet on this guy, really nice. I like the sideways building technique used there, and you can just take these off. Really nice, really nice. Overall, I like the little indent for like the toe area. I think that looks really cool. And yeah, that's one thing I don't really like about this guy, I kind of hate these. I don't hate the pieces. I don't hate these new pieces, these elemental pieces, but I hate them when they put it on the mechs. They just get in the way from, like, not really posing, but they get in the way. They take too much. They take up a little too much space, I think, and that's what the inside of the cockpit looks at. By the way, also the color scheme on this guy, I think, is absolutely amazing. I love how they brought in the bright orange. I love that. I love it so much. They use a lot of red on here, and I like the little accents of gold, kind of like a suit. Looks exactly like a suit, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. And this huge sword they gave him, let me get it all in frame here. This huge sword they gave him, I think, is amazing. I love how those two pieces just slide right in together. Honestly, that looks incredible. The side build in the set is a Wolf Warrior mech, which honestly is probably the weakest part, but I can't really complain for two mechs for $30. It's kind of amazing, especially since it's like a bigger mech. Kai's mech is like pretty large compared to the Evo mechs, honestly. And I love the color scheme on this guy. It almost looks exactly like the Wolf dudes, except this thing has no purple on it. It could have used a little splash of color. Plus, I think it uses a new piece for like the thing in here, like the main cockpit, because this thing is like wacky. It looks a little weird. It's kind of useful for making mechs, though, I'm not gonna lie. And I honestly don't like these long forearms. They kind of mess with me. And these feet, they're okay. No really complaints with it, honestly. I mean, it's a really good side build for the set. So yeah, the first minifigure we have here is Kai. This guy, he looks amazing. Probably one of the better mech suits, I'd have to say. And first of all, this guy, he looks pretty nice. I like his overall color scheme with the dark red and the bright red, the bright orange, and the gold. But I think one of the flaws with this one is that if you look here, I think that color, I don't know if it comes too good up on camera. It almost looks like gold. So that was one of the problems. That belt is bright orange. It kind of blends it with the gold, I'm not gonna lie. That's a small flaw, but yeah. Also, it uses the same face as, like, you know, last summer wave. I like those visor faces, and, you know, it's got the same front face. So yeah. Zane is probably the best or the second best mech suit in my opinion, honestly. He looks amazing. This guy, I mean, what's there not to like? He has white, azure, and gold. Like, those colors contrast really well. You can't really, get them mixed up like Kai's suit over there. Oh, I almost forgot about the gray belt. Yep, that also looks nice. I like it, the hint of gray in there. It kind of goes with the silver head. It gives it a little match, and, got the same head. I like that new angry face, though. That looks very good for Zane, honestly. And I like the new stern face, by the way, from last Summer Wave. That looks very nice on him. You can almost use that for, like, a Detective Zane face if you wanted to. But, yeah. The next main figure we have here is Jordana. Honestly, kind of irrelevant in my eyes because it's got, like, the same torso and legs as Cinder. Plus, I'm pretty sure Cinder has the little scarf thing around his neck as well. So, the only unique parts about this are the hair and the Jordana face with the Imperial marks on it. Honestly, it's not a bad figure, but like I said a little earlier, it's honestly kind of irrelevant. I mean, if you just like wanted to complete the collection, I see why you want her, but like otherwise, you just get Cinder. He's a lot better, honestly, in my eyes. Finally, we have a Wolf Mask Warrior. These guys, they're pretty basic, but they look really good. So these guys, these are, of course, the generic villains of the wave, and overall, I like their color scheme. You got the little gray in there in the belt and the knee pads. You got the little purple, azure, dark blue. Really cool, honestly. You got the, like, little thing. It looks like kind of like the blood moon, but it's like a wolf instead. Honestly, it looks nice. And we got these powered up face, and then we got the non-powered up face, but we never really see this in the show anyway. They always have a mask on. But yeah. But this guy, he's pretty common, so you don't really need him, honestly. Okay, guys, so the set, awesome, but I got some news. So, we're finally working on Corruption Episode 2. Working on it. It's in the works, okay? Sorry, I would have started on it earlier, but I had a lot of testing and stuff. So, yeah, I didn't really want to get, have that in the way, but I'm gonna have to stop production again for a little while because all the stress from exams coming up. So yeah, it should be out in a couple weeks time, I hope. I'll probably have it out, well, I can start like working on it, once exams are done, which is basically the end of school. So, thank you all for 280 subscribers. Still reaching for that goal by 300 at the end of this month. I know we can do it. 20 more. But yeah, hope y'all like this video. Oh, and if this video and like all the other reviews get like, I don't know, 75 or 100 likes, I'll get the Dragonstone Shrine set. So, yeah. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Have a good one. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reviewing set number 71817, Lloyd's Elemental Power Mech, which is 253 pieces and retails for $19.99 in the US. Right off the bat with the main build, honestly, this set is very reminiscent of a samurai, which is kind of weird because Lloyd really has no ties to a samurai besides an exclusive suit from a book. But yeah, so off the bat, this set is a little weird, a little inconsistent with the usuals, but nonetheless, it's pretty decent. Although the set being decent, it's probably the worst mech out of this year so far. A word about the color scheme. The color scheme here, it's pretty usual for a Lloyd color scheme, besides the very weird inclusion of dark red, which makes absolutely no sense in this set, honestly. But yeah, it's a good thing it's not featured too prominently, but it really stands out around the wrist area here. That kind of it's kind of off-putting, honestly. And me personally, I don't really like it, and I'm pretty sure most of you guys don't either. One thing about the arms, I really do not like that they use this for the upper armor piece. They really should use the new one, which they actually use for the helmet for some reason. That just really makes me a little infuriated. Not too bad though, honestly. The feet on this guy are pretty standard. He almost looks like he's wearing a pair of sneakers, I'm not gonna lie. Although they don't look that bad, personally, I think. Also, they use that armor piece again for the upper leg. Like, what are you guys doing? You guys made this new armor piece, this one right here, but you're not using it on this mech. And it's used in basically every other mech in the January wave. It honestly makes no sense to me. Also, like I said in the Kai video, I despise putting these elemental pieces on these mechs, especially for storage reasons. Honestly, they just get in the way, and posing them like this when you're storing them, it honestly doesn't look the greatest from the front, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, oh, by the way, this cockpit is, you know, pretty standard, basically the same as all the other June ones, and it's also compatible with all the June mechs. This honestly should have came out in June. They should have a different set to replace this one in the March wave. The first minifigure in this set is Mech Suit Lloyd. Me personally, this is probably my favorite mech suit. I may or may not be a little biased because Lloyd is my favorite ninja, but yeah, personally, I think the only problem with this guy is nothing. There is no problems with him, that's the thing. Personally, I think he's just perfect. For some reason, the set images, this looked like yellow. I have no idea why. Like, the symbol, they all looked yellow for me. I might be colorblind. Probably not. But, whatever. Yeah, next minifigure. Alright, so, we have Nia. What to say about Nia? The thing is, Nia, she doesn't look the greatest, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. The last few years have been a little wild for her. She can't seem to just stick with one color scheme. So now we have dark red from the possession suits starting out, which is a little weird. I thought we got rid of that, but I guess it's back from the season 1 suit in Dragons Rising. And I really wished the legs were more azure than gunmetal gray, because then she basically looks like half and half gunmetal gray and azure blue. But the gold's fine. All of the suits have the gold. So yeah, next minifigure. Now, Cinder. I'm pretty sure I've reviewed this guy about 3 times. So if you want to see it, if you want to hear more in-depth review of this guy, I would suggest go to one of the other videos. Probably the Wolfmask Shadow Dojo or the Kaimak. Or wait, no, Kaimak doesn't have that. Never mind. Go to the Wolfmask Shadow Dojo. Okay. But this guy, I think he's pretty good overall. The only really bad thing I have about him is that his head is clear, which makes his printing look faded. I don't know why Lego did that, honestly. That's kind of stupid, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I mean, I wish it came with one of the new swords, but nah. It's fine, the brick built one here works just fine. Now listen guys, I know this review may sound a little more negative than it's meant to be, but honestly guys, this set is still amazing. It's the cheapest way, I think, so far to get Mech Suit Lloyd and Mech Suit Nia. That's basically the main reason I got this set, honestly. But yeah, also, we hit 300 subscribers before the goal we're not even halfway through the month and we already hit 300. So my new goal here is to get to 400 by mid-June, and I just hope we meet that goal. Okay, but for real, guys, episode 2, I have like 2 minutes done, and it's gonna be like episode 2 of corruption. I should clarify that. I have like 2 minutes done. It's supposed to be like 5 minutes, so I'm realistically almost halfway done with animating it. Honestly, I think you guys will like this episode, and I hope you like the direction the story is going in. Now, without further ado, please like and subscribe. Do it for me and the channel and your family. Share this with your friends, and have a good one. See ya. This is prototype 1 of the Golden Oni Lloyd mech, and overall I think it's a pretty good mech if you consider it standalone. However, if you bring in the Golden Oni aspect, yeah, it's got some inconsistencies with the shell and stuff, plus the minifigure. So basically my idea here was, I don't have enough Evo joints to make it like double thick Evo joint arm things. So I'm gonna make a 2-armed mech instead of a 4-armed mech. Honestly, the one thing I wish I carried over, actually 2 things, is I wish I carried over the extra armored cockpit and the 2 wings, 2 set of sword wings. Honestly, I thought those were really good. Also, the side detailing on it I think is pretty good with the core like symbol thing that was on all the mechs. I think they were on all the mechs, and also the exclusive printed tile on there. I love that printed tile so much. One of my favorite printed pieces from the Ninjago, honestly. And the other noteworthy thing I'd say is the upgraded rocket boosters on the back of the feet. This is basically like an upgraded version of the Evo mech, basically. The second version of the Golden Oni mech is actually 4 arms. Yeah, so we actually have 4 arms on it this time, which I thought was a massive upgrade, honestly. And also, another thing is the shoulder armor is now upgraded. It's got like the Evo cockpit on there, which honestly I thought was pretty good. And yeah, also the torso is extra long. Honestly, when I was building that at first, I thought it was gonna look really awkward, but after like building it up and all, I thought it was really nice. And honestly, some of the things I carried over were the feet design. I think I carried those over from about every single version of this mech, I'm pretty sure. Some of the things I carried over were the golden Evo cockpit piece. I think those were really nice. The double thick Evo joints I thought were also nice. And oh, you may not be able to see it in the picture here, but the waist actually does turn like the June sets of the wave, which I didn't even know existed at the time I made this. So this is basically like the precursor to the waist joint, and I use like a funky Technic piece. I might show it on screen, maybe. I'll have to think about that one, but I'll have to find it. But yeah, I think overall this guy was really good. Also, the minor thing that I have with this is sometimes the like ball joints, I should have probably used the bigger ball joints, but I don't really have too many extra of those. So sometimes the ball joints are a little weak, but like usually it doesn't hinder the posing really. And also the other thing that might hinder the posing is like the extra layer of armor on the shoulders. That might hinder the posing a little bit. Also, the fact that the waist turns could also hinder like the front arms movement, like the lower arms, smaller ones. Also, I had quite a few of those printed tiles that I used on here. It was honestly really cool to see that. And also, this one's actually got a custom Lloyd minifigure that I made with, I think that's the, let me look at this. That's the Golden Oni Lloyd legs. The, was it 10th anniversary Lloyd torso, the Dragon's Rising Lloyd face, and then the Legacy Golden Lloyd mask. And then for the Overlord, which is the opposer or the antagonist of the set, is just the Crystal King variant. So yeah, nothing too much else really for that version. Finally, the latest version of the Golden Oni Lloyd mech here is honestly, I think, probably the best version out of all of them. For one, it's got a little more detail than all the other ones, especially since like I made some modifications like from the January sets, like the new armor piece which I stole off the Cole mech, and that's like the reason I didn't really do a review on the Cole mech. It's in literal shambles. But yeah, also I added some minor modifications to like the torso area. I made it a little, I think I made it a little shorter, or it might be a little longer. But it does help, like the fact that you can really fit a minifigure in version prototype or version 2 of the Golden Oni Lloyd mech, which I thought was a big mistake on my part. But yeah, I fixed that with this version, and also we got some whatchamacallit, we got, I forget what they're called. Oh, we got the new waist joint on there. I don't know if you can see that. Hold on, I'm gonna have to turn this to the side. We got the new waist joint from the January sets on there, which honestly makes this dude so much easier to turn. It's actually stable, because the last time when I tried to make this, like I had the rotating waist on there, like I said it was in there, but I didn't really show it in the picture. The waist joint on there, yeah, it was a little loose. You could like almost spin the torso around like really easily. You could almost like spin it and do like 360 spins. So yeah, it wasn't the most stable thing. And also, since the ball joints aren't like the strongest thing to hold this up, it was a little hard to pose, let's just say that. It kept falling over, honestly. If I tried to record a video with that, it would have took literal, like, probably a couple days just to get the footage and stuff, because it would be falling over constantly. But yeah, overall, you guys, leave a comment down below. Tell me which one you guys like the most out of these three. Also, we had 340 subscribers, hoping to get through it by 350 by the end of this month, and 400 by mid-June. Yeah, thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It helps me a lot. Hoping to get to that monetization rate, which means me getting to 500. So let's try to get to 500 by the end of the summer. I think that's pretty doable. Guys, thanks for all the support. Have a good one. Peace. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today is a little bigger video because we're going to be talking about the 3 mocks that lost the vote in the community tab. Yes, that include the Crystal King Cyclops mech thing, the J Speeder, and the Zanebite. Okay, so the first of the three I want to talk about is the J Speeder, which honestly I think has probably the most play features out of all of these. And honestly, it's probably either the best or second best looking out of all of them as well, I think. And really, the first thing we have to talk about here is the cockpit, which you have to kind of pull it up like from there to open it because it's a little slick. And yeah, so we got some nice stuff in here. We got a little console thing, as you can see right there. We got just a little green detailing, a little cushion seat back here, which also can move back and forth. Honestly, I thought that was really nice. I can't fit armor in there, sadly, but honestly, it usually can't fit armor on vehicles anyway. So we also got an adjustable spoiler at the back. Honestly, I think that looks really sick. It's really stable. You got 3 boosters out the back, which also looks really cool. Got these little wings right here, which they can move up and down a little bit, kind of like little tail lights, as you can see with the trans red on there. And then we got the sides, which are all hinged on. They aren't actually, that's why it can be so skinny, because look, if you just kind of lift it up a little, you can take the whole side off. So I guess this technically a stud's not on top building technique, but yeah, that took me a while to figure that out. And I think it works really good. I also like the shaping on there with like all the next generation shields and the plates and stuff. I think it stacks on really good. You should just kind of stick it on right back on there, right there. And then we have the front, which may look a little weird right now, but you take this piece of the hood off. It definitely didn't break. Okay, it definitely didn't break. You just take that little piece of the hood off there. You can see this. And that's where the side build comes in. The side build has this little hook thing with a string on it. If you take this string off, place it onto this stud right here, the empty stud in the car, and then you could slap that back on there, the hood piece. Make sure it's on there. Boom, now you have a string. You can actually hold it up from here. Surprisingly stable. You shake it around, you know, do whatever. So you can like hook onto enemies and then reel them in. Not gonna do that till my light setup though, so. Yeah, but yeah, overall, I think this is a really cool one in my opinion. I like how it sticks to the J theme, honestly. It's basically all blue, besides some gray, maybe some black in there. But yeah, overall, my least favorite part about this set is probably the open technicals, but I could probably fix that pretty easily. I just really didn't need to. But yeah, this is also basically a full alternate build of the Stormfighter, the Legacy one. So if you wanted to make this, yeah, you could be, I think the only pieces that don't come in that set are the size, but that's pretty self-explanatory. So yeah, on to the next one. Alright, so the next mod I'm going to be talking about is the Zane Dragon Bike. I'm pretty sure this was either, I think, in the second or third most voted on. So quite a few of you guys wanted to see it. So the main feature on this is probably the giant stud shooters on the front. I think they're integrated pretty well. They don't intrude too much, but they intrude a little, but not that much. So yeah, we got an adjustable seat back here. We got, you know, some adjustable handlebars. This piece is from the Dragon Head piece is from the Zane crystallized set with the helicopter. Not the helicopter, the plane. I forget what it's called. But yeah, this is probably one of the easiest ones I made, because it's basically just a partial rebuild of the J bike from Crystallize, because this wheel and this wheel is exactly copied. Most of this Technic stuff is exactly copied, and some of the internal stuff is also exactly copied. I just took it off or like replaced it with something else. Like These little things right here up front, this little bar up front. I don't think that was in the original set. But yeah, this one, I think it was really cool to build, but honestly, it didn't really take me too long, or wasn't too really thought process heavy. But yeah, the next one, that one took me like 5 tries just to barely get it right. But yeah, the next one took a lot of brain power. This mock, the Crystal King Cyclops mech, took me literal hours to make. I kid you not, this mech took so long because honestly, I was trying to make it unique looking, and honestly, I think I finally had it down. So you can see the back here, it looks a little bent, honestly, and it is technically bent because as you can see when I lift up the arm, you might not be able to see it, but that is that little joint right there, that's an Evo joint for the torso part. Honestly, that took me so long to figure out, and honestly, it's still not perfect because sometimes when you're moving it, you kind of have to like push it down a little because or else this might happen to you. You might just take like the whole torso section off, which honestly, I mean, if you're like making a stop motion or something, that'd be kind of annoying. But good thing I wasn't planning to make any stop motion with this guy. Also, I had to change like the shoulder a little bit because it got in the way of posability. I don't know if the picture is the new version or the old one. I'm not really sure. But yeah, also, I wanted to really figure out, I really wanted to use like unique parts. So like, as you can see under the arm here, that is literally just an empty circle piece. Like, it's the one where you know, it's like I think a 4x4 rounded, but it has a hole in the middle. So yeah, I used that for the arm. Honestly, I think it turned out really nice because it looks really unique. And also, it allows for like this little forearm here to allow for more posability. So that's basically an elbow now. And then you got another little ball joint for the wrist. It's like one of the double ball joint things. And honestly, I think the hands on this guy look really cool. I think it's kind of like the original. I'm not sure if the original had claw hands or not, but yeah. But one hand doesn't don't mind that. One hand doesn't have a thumb and the other one does. And I kind of took inspiration from a couple of sets to get the thumb design down, but honestly, it wasn't very difficult in my opinion. Now, you must be wondering, like, you said this was a mech. This does not look like a mech at all. But if you open up this and push down that's a mech. Yeah, it's a really weird cockpit. It's basically the head of the Cyclops, basically, I guess you want to call it. And yeah, sometimes these little pieces get in the way when you're putting it up and down, but yeah, it's not really too much of a problem, I'd say. But yeah, overall, I think this guy looks pretty insane. Honestly, I think he looks pretty menacing. Also for the feet, which I didn't show you guys. I literally just copied the Overlord foot design. I did not want to make a new one. They seem pretty stable, so I was like, I'll go with those. And for the legs, I think they're really beefy. Like, I love the sloping on here, the plates, the gold bars. But yeah, also to cover up the back a little more, I had them, I have this little thing. I think it covers up, I had to use some Technic pieces that kind of covers up the Technic pieces a lot. Really helps. Also, I have like the neck area here, just like where all the stuff hooks together. I used both Evo cockpit pieces for this guy. I think it was originally shoulder armor on the original. If I was wrong about that, please someone correct me down in the comments, but I'm pretty sure I'm right on that one. But yeah, overall, I think this guy looks insane. Oh, plus the upper legs, they use like I don't know what they're called, but they use these pieces. I love using these pieces so much. These pieces give so much detail to the build, and honestly, I think it's just incredible. Thank you all for watching, guys. This is probably one of the longest videos I'm gonna make, but if you want to see more of these, please like and subscribe. We're still in that goal for 400 by the end of June. Hey, if we get more, we get more. I wouldn't be complaining too much, really. And I just want to thank you guys for all the support. I'm gonna be working on Ornery Rising here. Yeah, I hope you guys, if you haven't seen it already, watch the intro. I think it looks pretty sick. It's got some funny little things in there. I think that's all I've got for you guys. So, peace. Hi guys, today's video is going to be about sets that I'm going to buy from the summer 2024 wave of Lego Ninjago, Dragon's Rising. So, first set I'm going to buy is the Termite Temple City, I think it's called. And honestly, this is the biggest set of the wave. It's the most expensive set of the wave, but it's probably the best set in my opinion of the wave. Besides maybe the Source Dragon, but that's a Source Dragon, so it's gonna be awesome. And yeah, so the first thing here, I like the whole temple thing. Instead of it being like a Ninjago city thing, it's more of a temple, kind of like the Airjitsu temple, which I'm pretty sure the biggest set before this one came out that was in UCS. So yeah, it's honestly kind of nice to see that here. I also like all like the secret passages in the temple city, because there's like a cave, kind of like a cave system under there. I think that's really cool. I also saw some play features that I don't think are featured on the box art, which you can check out in the link below. I put Bricks My Mind review down there. The big standout of this set is the minifigure selection. Honestly, this is probably one of the best minifigure selections I've seen. We have Tournament Lloyd, or I might call him DRT Lloyd, Dragon's Rising Tournament Lloyd. And we got DRT Cole, DRT Zane, DRT Nia, DRT Aaron, DRT Wildfire, which is also kind of technically the March Wave Wildfire. We also got DRT Braz, which is like the Raz with the red accents, plus it's got arm printing again now. That's going to be fun to review. We also have Jordana, which has an update from the 2020, the March Wave. And honestly, I like this update because now it's actually different from Cinder, which is nice, because now they're somewhat more, kind of exclusive to one another, I guess. You can say that. And then we got Mr. Pale, or Pale Man, whatever you want to call him. He's a pretty cool addition. Glad to see him back. We got this guard-looking dude. He's mostly gold. Pretty cool. The only thing I have with him is don't really know what his role in the show is yet, if he's gonna have a role in the show. Then we got 3 other civilian characters. The one dude, he looks pretty old, white hair. He's got a monocle on, pretty cool looking. He's also got, I think that's a cool little pocket watch there. Then we got just another random civilian, this time a girl. I'm pretty sure that's pretty common hair. I like the robes though overall. That could be used for a pretty cool custom, I guess. And the last dude here is another civilian. Got black hair. Yeah, nothing too much else there. The next set I'm going to be getting from the summer wave is Tournament Battle Arena. And yeah, I really like this one, but the only reason I'm getting this one is because of the minifigures. I need to complete that collection. But yeah, so basically the only figures I needed were Cinder, after I got the other one. Cinder, Evil J, Kai, Sora, and that's it. So yeah, that's literally the only reason I'm getting this set. But Tox is a really cool addition, plus one of the Wolf Warriors with like the new, almost looks like Shadow Spin on their things. Also, I like the red and purple. That looks really cool. I like the gold, or the statue thing. It kind of looks like Master Wu, I'm not gonna lie. Like how it looks like a minifigure with its legs crossed, so it looks pretty good. Also, I like that new little golden dragon mold. I think that comes in a couple other sets, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, it looks pretty cool. Got a little platform to have characters fight on. Uh, Nothing too much else, but that evil J is honestly amazing. I love his dark blue hood and black hood. Definitely going to use that for my custom figure though, because it would look so much better than the bright blue. Basically that's all for the video honestly today. Please make sure to like and subscribe. And the next thing I'm gonna be working on is the the intro for Ornery Rising. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, I hope you all have a great day. See you.